Let's go, girls. Come on.
Hey y'all, we're back. So it is February 8th on a Friday. I'm a little late. We are on FlossTube 21 and I'm Amy. And you know, I went for like a whole, I don't know, what was it, like a month and a half, almost 2 months with no video and just a ton of stitching. And now I'm recording this week and I don't feel like I got much done. I don't feel like I got much done, but that's okay. We'll get back to realizing how slow of a stitcher I really am. Let's start with, actually, before I get to that, let's start with this guy. This was my main focus last week, but it's a finish. Can I get it all in there? Ta-da! So Good Marriage by Lizzie Kate. And this is on, I have to learn how to get good at this because I don't do this very often. This is on Color and Cotton Chai 18 count Ada. And I have to play Peeping Tom because I don't know where I'm at. 3 of her flosses, whoa, are here. So there's one here, and one here. And I believe it's Hunter, Grasshopper, and Cosmic. Those are the 3 colors I used. All the little motifs that are there are the called for. And we'll bring it all the way up. And I was so proud of myself. I took a picture of it, put it up on Instagram, and realized, because it's always after you take the picture and put it up on Instagram, this word hadn't been stitched in yet, the word each. So I went back, stitched that in, and then reposted it. But it's a finish. So there's that one. And if you're new, don't get used to that. I don't do finishes very often. But that's okay. I also try to remind myself that this is for fun, and I'm hanging out with people who understand that this is sometimes a long process, and it's all good. The other projects that I worked on after I finished that one was the Mythical Medieval Sal. And here's the 2 ladies. And we're back to the creepy because they have no eyes. But the eyes are the same color as the back stitching, so I always save those for last. But I got the 2 ladies in that are, looks like they're cutting up carrots and something. These are supposed to be pans, I think, because I haven't done the back stitching yet. And there's this whole section over here, which I can't recall right now. But yeah, progress. Bits of progress. So there's that. And then, I started working back on my Hade. Now this is the one that's Mother of Dragons. And, oh, it looks so pretty. This is the, I'll show you the picture, because I have a lot of newbies who have no idea what this project looks like. But this section right here is what I got done. And I'm trying this new parking technique that I'm kind of in love with, but totally confused by. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone else but me, but that's okay. And then there's my Jennifer Upton needle minder. So, and I'll explain that when I do some shout outs, because one of the ladies who does that technique is one of the ladies that I need to shout out. And what am I looking for? Oh, my list of shout outs, which is here. What was I doing? Oh, picture. It happens just that fast. So this is the Mother of Dragon by Heaven and Earth Designs. The chart was designed by Michelle Sayeda, and the artwork is by Alexandra V. Bach. The finished design is 700 by 466. But this is what she will look like. And if you're a Game of Thrones fan, you'll know that that is Khaleesi with one of the baby dragons. And she's kind of huge. There's a lot of, I think I said there was like 108,000 something of 310 alone in this photo, but she's going to be worth it. So right now I am right up here. This is what I'm starting for page 2. So I'm kind of hoping that's going to come down and I'm going to see a little bit of this archway here. I don't know exactly how far down it goes. I mean, there's only like 80 something pages. I'm on page 2. So, I did not work on my other, Linda, focus. Listen, Linda, listen. Okay. I did not work on my other Haid. Right now my main focus is Mother of Dragon, because on my other Haid I have 5 pages done, I think. I think I'm up to 5. I'm working on page 6. And this one, I'm working on page 2. So I don't know why, but I feel like I need to catch Mother of Dragon up to Dragonkin, even though Dragonkin has like 12 extra pages compared to Mother of Dragon. I don't know. I don't always know how this thing works up here. I just know that I have to listen to it and go with it. And so that's what I'm going with. So I have a feeling my main focus is going to be Mother of Dragon this week. I'm going to try to finish up the Listen, Linda, focus. Listen. Just because I'm not watching you doesn't mean you don't have to listen. Okay. I do want to get the rest of that room done before the next room is released for the mythical. That part I do know. But if it happens, great, and if not, then I'm a really big go with the flow type of person. So, stitchy stuff. This was also, I forgot to mention it because it was in a bag, so it was out of sight, out of mind. But I won Jennifer Upton's giveaway at Christmas time. And these were 2 things that I forgot to mention because they were in a kit, or in a little bag. This was an ornament she sent me, and it was a complete kit. So it's all in there with the hanger and everything. So I do want to get that started because ornaments. Because I haven't done anything on ornaments. That's not true. Please hold. Okay, wait. See? Squirrel. Hold on. These are flosses that are gorgeous. And I don't know how I'm going to use them yet because I'm still learning with the whole conversion thingy. But they're gorgeous. There's that one, and a nice red one. This one's got like red, green, and white. Green with variegation, and red and white, which peppermint. That's what I see. And these were hand-dyed by Rolanda. And here's her card, if I can get it to focus. If I can get it in camera view, that might be helpful. Listen, Linda. There. So she's the young lady who did these. Okay, we're having major... Okay, so here's what happened. What happened is my phone, because it's a phone, loves to do updates and fix things that aren't broken. So my phone had an update last week before I recorded, or after I recorded the last one. And so now my camera's all funky and the setting's not the same, and if you know me, you know that technology and I are not friends. I can break technology just literally by walking into the room, and I wish that was an exaggeration. But people who once didn't believe me have realized I'm not lying. Technology and I do not get along. We have a mutual hate for each other, and it's okay. My husband's really good at it, so he fixes it. I did work a little bit on this one. So last time it was just the little outline of the reindeer, and then I started to get the base. So I did work a little bit on an ornament. I'm now technically 3 behind for the 52 challenge. I challenged myself to, that I'm a rebel. I can't even listen to myself. Isn't that ridiculous? Anybody else, please tell me there's someone else. I know there's someone else. Someone gets me. Okay, and then Where do I want to go? Where do I want to go? Let's start with, shall we start with these? So I joined Color and Cotton because how could you say no? And I just got the email that the fabric's coming for the month. But now I know that you can do like brights. Is it like brights and prims or all? I don't know. I don't exactly know what hers is a category. I just did all because I like all colors. So this one is called Vintage Valentine, and I went with the 10-pack because I don't have flosses. This one is Sea Glass, and these are actually showing up pretty true to color. I'm pretty impressed. It also helps that I have both my umbrella lights on because it's a pretty gloomy day. This one is Tuscan Sun. And another thing you're going to learn is if anyone can butcher names, it's me. So if I say a name wrong, just let me run with it. Lapis? Lapis. Lapis? Lapis feels right. Pretty blue. It's like a denim. And medieval. That one's actually pretty, coming up pretty to color. So it's very variegated. There's like, it's like a darker gray with like a lighter gray with a, like, I don't know. I don't do colors either, just in case you're wondering. It's kind of like a clay color. Very pretty. So, and Seguro. Seguro. I don't know. Like I said, that one's coming up pretty green. That's not green. Let's see. That's a little better, but there's no green in that. There's gray and like a bronzy brown. There's no green. I don't know why that's coming up green, but hey, you know, my camera's having issues. It's fine. This one's bronze. That one's coming up pretty true. That one's got some nice variegation through it as well. Helps if I put the white thing over it so you're not seeing my lips move. Lilac. Also very pretty. Slight variegation on that one. And this one didn't come with a sticker on the back to tell me what the name was, but I think it was Stitching Mommy who also got the same pack. And she said hers was called Almond. So I'm going to assume that mine is Almond. Which is very pretty. And Poseidon. So there's my 10 from Color and Cotton for the month of January. And they're gorgeous. Okay, and I tried the whole, I'm going to try to pan them out so you guys can see them. And then I realized my fingers are just too little and fat for that. So I'm going to do my bestest. But I make no promises. Let's see. Can I do this? Can I figure this out? Did I figure it out? Yay! So there they all are. Absolutely gorgeous. So, and then my fabric's coming. Now with my fabric, I also chose all. So I didn't want just brights or just neutrals. Maybe that's what it was called, not prim. Maybe it was neutrals. I don't know. But I just chose all. And I did, I think 16 to 18 count Adas for that one. There's my Color and Cottons. And I have a little, like, drawer thingy that's labeled. So my reds, my orange, it's in rainbow order. Because I'm kind of OCD like that. It's from my scrapbooking days. So they're labeled. And then these will just go in according to color. And then that way, whenever I'm ready to convert something, I can. Okay. So there's those from Color and Cotton. Found this at what? Okay, umbrella lights. Making my job difficult, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll work with it. This little piano cat. Found this one at Joann's. And I couldn't... You know, ever since I figured out that you can order stuff on like Etsy and Heaven and Earth Designs and sneak peek for Tilton Crafts, I'm not a big fan of the kits. But my youngest one, Scarlett, first off, has an obsession with cats. And second off is taking piano lessons. So I thought this one was perfect. And she absolutely loves it. And if you look at the music, if I can get it to focus, it says like meow and purr on the music. And she thought that was really cute. So I told her that I would have this stitched up for her before she graduates high school. She's 8. I think I gave myself enough time allowance. She'll be 9 in May. Maybe college. Who knows? So there's that. And then, please hold, I had to write it down. Slub Lover Stitches on Instagram. Her name is Candace. She put up a itty bitty little teeny weeny tuxedo mask. And it's freaking adorable. And I made a comment about how much growing up, I loved Sailor Moon, which was a cartoon. It's an anime cartoon. Now, I'm not big on anime, but Sailor Moon was one that my friend and I used to watch all the time. And I had kind of forgotten about it because I haven't seen it in so long, and now it's like popping up everywhere. But, okay, listen. I'm starting off with this being Michelle's fault. Bendy Stitchy Michelle Garrett. Because she sent me a Tilton's Craft, which I had never even heard of, which was the Jack Skeleton and Sally Be Mine. And I loved it. And then I never thought anything else of it. I didn't think to go to Tilton's Crafts or anything like that. I just took that one pattern and loved it, and I'm planning on stitching that soon and starting it. And then I watched Jessie Marie Duff's stuff. And she mentioned that they were having a sale. And then I saw the Candace Slub Lover Stitches with her tuxedo mask, and he was so cute and so tiny. And then I went over to the Tilton's Crafts, and I bought myself a pattern. And this is Sailor Moon Tuxedo Mask. And I can never remember how to actually pronounce his name, but hers is Serenity and his is Endymion, I think? Endymion. I can't remember. Maybe one of you can pronounce that. Okay, but listen. People talked about BAPs, which are big ass projects. And when I hear that, I always think hate, because they're massive. And I thought to myself, nobody else can really not that nobody else can really compare, it's just I don't have the knowledge because I am new. Keep in mind, I've only been stitching for a year. And then I found Tilton's Crafts because Michelle, and because Jessie, and because Candace. And I realized these guys are actually pretty big. This one right here is 350 by 497. That's not, I mean, that's little compared to my Hades. That's not exactly little. I think there's 30-something pages to this one. I don't know if it tells me. I don't think it does. No. And there's 90 colors in it, which is more than both of my Hades. Both my Hades only have 87, which, okay, it's only 3 different, but still. There's a few more on Tilton Crafts that I want to get. But I'm going to behave myself, and not today. But Joann's is running a sale. If you have the flyer, I'm pretty sure it'll come up on your phone. Oh, I didn't think to check that before I started recording. It's 40% off all regular priced items. So I'm going to go in and get this kitted up and use my 40% off on the floss. And then there's a 50% off one item, and I'm going to use that on the fabric. Which I'm probably going to do it on 18 count. 18 count seems to be my sweet spot. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm super excited So super excited. Okay, what is with the background colors though? Anybody else noticing a theme here? Because these background colors, I swear on my life, are the exact same background colors on Dragonkin, which is my first Hade. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's $310 and $37.99. Like, and in case you didn't notice on my other one, which is Mother of Dragons, the first page was all $310 except for like 11 stitches. It's okay though. It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. So there's that. And then bead haul. So now this has been over the past couple of weeks. But I had a few more requests for gnomes. I almost dropped them. That would have been bad. These are glass. So I had a few more requests for gnomes through the Insta, but I didn't have any mushrooms. And now I can't find any gnomes. So the people that have asked for the gnomes, I've got you guys covered. But anybody after that, I gotta wait for the Joannes to stock up on the gnomes so I can make more. But I did get 2 more strains of mushrooms because those I was out of. So I got that from the Joannes. I found these, which I thought were super cute. And of course the glare. But they're googly eyes. Can you see the eyes moving? They're googly eyed. Thought those were cute for some fobs. And I found some dragons. Because when you're working on a mythical medieval cell, dragons are what come up to mind, and they're cute little goofy dragons. So there's those. And I'm going to leave that unfocused for right now. And then I found this little packet Tuesday morning because I just wanted some clear crystals. So there's those. Found these at the Walmart because I needed some white pearls, and I realized I didn't have any silver either. So I mean, it's a good pack to have. Found some nice blues. Needed some white and cream. So there's those. I'm having a hard time finding white and cream buttons or beads that I really like. So I found this little bead pack, which kind of silver-ish, but I'll make use of them somewhere. I did, however, really like these rocks. So those are kind of like a purpley tone, and these are blue. Now, my concern with these, though, is that they're a tad bit heavy, so I probably will only use like 1 or 2 per fob. Because, like I said, they've got some, as you can hear them clanking on my desk, they've got some hefty weight to them. So I don't want to use too many of those on one fob. So those were from Walmart, actually. And then the Lobby of Hobbs, also known as Hobby Lobby. I had a request for a Wonder Woman, and so I found some clasps. And I found this bead pack that I plan on using, which is actually pretty cool. It's got some nice, so I'm getting ready to work on hers pretty soon. And then all of the clearance stuff. So let me show you the strings first. So there's some crystals here, which I thought were super pretty. And there's this one. Now, I know the first person I thought of, which actually I want to send her a message, is Jennifer Upton, because I know she likes to get some beads and stuff for her fobs. So I meant to send her a message and let her know that I found a bunch on clearance. I mean, for 74 cents. Honestly, those are super pretty. And then those ones, I just like the AB residue that's on them, the Aurora Borealis or whatever it's called. I just think those are super pretty. These ones, which are more like crystals, like that little heart there. So the fobs are coming, I promise. I promise, I promise, I promise. These are more of a grayscale, which I don't have anything like that. And then I needed leaves, and I think one broke off, but I mean, it's fine. I got it on clearance, I'm not going to complain too much. I needed leaves for the gnomes. There's those. Found some cool owls. And Well, you're not cooperating today. So there's those. So if you see any of these that you're interested in and for me to make into a scissor fob, just message me here or on Instagram and we'll talk. We will chit chat. The hubby found these, which I thought were super cute. You've got like a little elephant, a butterfly, a parrot, and an owl. Found 2 of those. Found a couple of these blue ones, which I think are absolutely pretty. Where's the other one? There it is. So those crystals, they're like a nice dark blue. So those. Found a couple Eiffel Towers with the hearts. The hubby did good. He found them. So there's hearts below, hearts up top. Found 2 packages of those. And then the hubby found, I want to say these are Shakespeare, but Much Ado About Nothing does not sound familiar. The other one is A Midsummer Night's Dream, if I could read correctly, in Hamlet. And they look like little book charms, which I thought were super cute. There were more of those, I'd have snatched them up, but there wasn't. And then there's Princess and Queen. A moon and a rocket. Those ones have like stones in them. Does the moon? The moon does not. I lied. I can add one. But the rocket does. Has little gems inside the... So there's that one. I wish they had more of these, the angel wings. They only have the one. And then I found a random Eiffel Tower. Doesn't have the heart on it, and it's more of a bronze color than silver, but that's alright. Found 2 of these little cute trees. Tree Charm Ant Brass and Ant Copper. I didn't even read the names of them, but there's those 2. And then, because acorns, I know so many people love the acorns, so I found those 2 and snatched them both. They're really pretty. So I plan on using those on fobs as well. I found these. I don't know how well they're going to show up. These are like spacers that go in between. So they look like that, and you just place them in between pieces, kind of like this one. So this little piece right here, it's like that. And I think that's it. Oh, and then we found, so I found these, but I don't actually intend for those to be my secret hidden made with love charms. I actually plan on gluing buttons to these. So that way I can attach the button with this up here instead of the shank that's on the back of the button. So if it works, great, and if not, I'll have to figure something else out. And I have more handmade charms. So there's that. I think that's all the beads that I have found and charms that I have found. I need to write a note to myself to, I really wanted to send Jennifer that message to let her know that they were on sale. This is what mine looks like, in case anyone's wondering what I'm talking about when I say scissor fobs. So mine's got a little dragon on there, and there's a hidden fairy. And I love every color in the rainbow, so I have all the colors ranging all over the place. On there, a couple wings, nice little charm, a stitch to remind myself it's one stitch at a time, little key, so on and so forth. But this is my fob, and I just did mine kind of wonky because, like I said, I wanted all the colors on there, so that's what I did for mine. And it just goes on your scissors, easy peasy. But I started making them because, one, I have children who have a tendency to run off with scissors. So if I hear them clank somewhere, I'll know that my scissors are missing and one of my children has them. 2, I also have a cat that likes to swat at things. So when I hear them hit the floor, they're heavy. So I hear them hit the floor, I know my scissors are not where they're supposed to be, and there's an animal trying to play with them. So, I mean, as you can hear, like, they're not exactly light. And I know a lot of people don't like them heavy, but that's the reason why I started making them heavy, is because the light ones were not doing me anything other than being pretty. And although they're pretty, I also wanted them to have a purpose, if that makes sense. So if I can hear it hit the floor, then I can find my scissors a lot easier. And it's a lot easier to look for a big old glob than it is to look for this, and I stab myself quite easily. So, yeah. When those are in my bag, it's easier to grab the beads than it is to try to look for the scissors. Color Street. Let's see, will you focus? No? Okay, listen, when we did the practice round, you focused. There we go. These ones are called Work of Fine Heart. These are part of the Valentine collection. If you're not one of my VIPs, then you will not have seen which ones I'm giving up for the giveaway, so let me grab them. These are the 3 that I'm giving away for the giveaway. So if you win, you get to choose your fave. These ones are Tokyo Twinkle. I can't see because Peeping Tom. And there's glare everywhere because all the lights are on. Fire Island Flame. And Poinsettia Transetta. So there we go. So, in order to qualify for that giveaway, all you have to do is put in an order. That's it. It's really that simple. I think that's it. I have to do the look around like I do every week. I did want to do some shout outs though. So these are all new to me, but I started off with video 1. Except for one person, and he's at the very end, but he's not a cross-stitcher. Crafting Gaming Jamie, and I will try to have the hubby put a name here. She does a lot of Hades. I seem to have been in the I need to find people who do really big projects kick to get me remotivated to work on mine. So a lot of these people are either doing Hades or just really, really big projects, or a lot of really big projects. And I think she said she was working on like 6 or 7, something like that. FlossTube Canadian Stitcher. And I'm sorry, I didn't write down anyone's name other than their FlossTube channel. She's got a whole cork board behind her of all the different projects that she's working on, kind of like Stitching Jewels. And a lot of them are massive and gorgeous. Cross Stitch Chaos is another one who's doing a lot of like big projects, and I'm really excited to see her progress. Now I started with 1, and I can't remember how many she's up to now. No, I probably should have wrote that down. The Needle Bug Karen Bug, and it's bug with 2 G's. I'll try to have the hubby write names up here. I keep waving my fingers to signal him that he needs to write names down. The Needle Bug Karen Bug, she is the one who I learned the parking method from. But she does hers at like a diagonal, which seems ingenious. However, I am way too easily confused. And I'm confused enough as is when it comes to this Hade, so I'm going to try to show you without showing the chart too much to where you can't really see the symbols. But can you see where the dark spots are? That's a dark blue highlighter. That was letting me know that that's where I parked. Okay? Show this again. I'm up here now, and all these threads down here are parked. Notice there's no blue highlighter. That makes me a wee bit nervous, because if you met me, you know I have CRS, which is can't remember and you fill in the blank. Yeah, I can't remember anything, ever. I'm lucky to wake up to remember my name and my children's name, and that the man sleeping next to me I married. Like, I have no memory. So, and, oh, snap. Video 2. Sorry. Not apologizing to you, apologizing to the husband. Because he has to splice videos together, because I rambled too much, and I think I forgot to delete my videos from the last 2 videos. Oops. Oh well. Anyways, moving on. So, hopefully there was enough of me rambling to where he can splice these together without losing too much. I'm not highlighting where my parked threads are. I'm trusting. I don't know if this is a good idea. I'm trusting myself to read the chart correctly and park it correctly. Like, this is it's slowing me down kind of, because I have to double check like 7 times to make sure that I parked it in the right spot. So I think obviously as I trust myself more, the easier this will go. But this right here only took me, I don't know, I say only, but it took me a few hours to get this section right here done. But it's also a lot of confetti. So this was all 310, and all this over here is confetti as I smack myself with the freaking clipboard. Anyways, so I'm learning to trust myself with parking without highlighting. I love it, and it scares the bejesus out of me at the same time. So I'm going to keep going with this method. I'm going to keep trying this method. I mean, you can only screw it up once, right? Screw it up as many times as I could possibly screw it up, but that's okay. So far, so good. I've really been more aware and more conscious of where my stitches are and where they're going, so I think that's helping in a way. But it does feel like it's going faster. The only thing I don't like is that I have to thread my needle, and my eye of my needle, if I can scoot back far enough, because my chair doesn't like to roll. I don't know if I'll be able to show this to you. No, she's just not having it. Okay. The eye of my needle is smaller than any threader I own. I can't find a threader. I'm sure there's one that exists. I just don't have one that's small enough. Come off. That this part is small enough to actually fit into the eye of the needle, catch the thread, and pull it through without either breaking the threader or snapping the floss. So I've had to lick my thread, and I don't like it. It's just not my thing. I've never been a thread licker, a floss licker. Is that what we're calling us? A floss licker? I've just never done it. So it's out of sorts for me. Oh, and the last, see, and I didn't even finish my, oh geez Louise. Anyways, so also FlossTube number 1, and I know it's her number 1 because I haven't seen number 2 pop up yet, is Candace Slub Lover Stitches. Slub Lover Stitches is all one word. If you've been following her on Instagram, she put up her first FlossTube. She's freaking adorable. I absolutely love her, and her personality is just like, it's so me. It's just, I just love her. So go check them out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hopefully 5 names somewhere that the hubby has put up. The last one I'm recommending is not, he could be. I'm sure if someone challenged him, he could be. But he was introduced to me by Alicia, who is, well, she changed her name. Crafting, please hold, because I don't want to get this wrong. I know she's on here somewhere. I feel bad. Because it was Miss Crochet and Coffee, and then she changed it. Crafting with Miss Crochet and Coffee. Yes, Crafting with Miss Crochet and Coffee introduced me to this young man called I'm Brandon Ferris, and it's all one word, and I'll have the hubby put it up here. If you are ever like, I just need a really good laugh, check him out. He does anywhere from like a minute video talking about how he just got the bejesus scared out of him because there was a spider in the car, to an hour-long video, because I have to give him credit. He's had viewers ask him to learn, or ask him to caption his videos, or have an interpreter in the side, so that way hearing impaired people can watch his videos. He challenged himself. He said, you know, by the end of 2019, I'm going to do an entire video with no vocal, just sign language. So, not for me, in my opinion, because it was my first language, sign language is not a hard language to learn. But for somebody who's never done it before, it could be. So I give him a lot of kudos for attempting and trying, and he's done 2 lives now with him trying to learn ASL from YouTube. So I'm watching that journey because I think it's awesome. But he was introduced to me by Alicia because the first video I saw of his was him trying to crochet, and then him trying to knit. And it was him watching YouTube videos, trying to learn it. Now my children also love him because he tries to do magic tricks. He tried to do the dice thing, and then he tried flicking cards, and that was just hilarious. And he is someone that my entire family can watch, and we all agree that he's flipping hilarious. So if you ever need a real quick laugh, I'm Brandon Ferris. Go check him out. And he's got such an amazing backstory on what he's done and where he's come from, and his back story to what led up to him to where he is today. So there's that. See, and I didn't write any notes because I don't do notes, y'all. We know this. I don't think I'm forgetting anything, though. I got my finish out of the way. Talked about the stitching I did. Talked about this week's plans, because this week's plan's probably going to be just the Haid. Possibly the finish on that room. I got my shout-outs, because those were important to me. I got my haul. I think that's it. Okay. So, I know this one was a little late. So I had plans to do it yesterday, and I was sicker than a dog. I have gallbladder things and the thing, and I was supposed to have it removed like 10 years ago. I just don't feel like it. So I just suffer. It is what it is. So yeah, so I didn't record yesterday. Today's my only day to record, because then the children are home for the weekend. We have plans tonight. We're going to go see a play. I'll have to let the hubby can put a name here. I can't remember. Edward Tulane something. I don't know. We're going to go with the sister-in-law and the kids and go see that play tonight. And I think that's it. Scissor fobs are on the list of to-dos. I'm hoping to get some done this week. Depending on the craziness and the moods and all the things. And like I said, Haid, possibly that room. I think that's it. Now I'm just rambling at this point. So, on that note, I will bid you adieu, stay random, don't kiss your projects, and hopefully I'll see you guys next week.